Do you know you can actually forget how to drive? It's possible.
I'm not sure even they have cars or even trucks that can even tow.
Hello guys, welcome back to On The Move with Steve. Traffic situation is a major concern that Ghana is facing for some time now. Today I am here with two fellow Ghanaians who wants to share their opinion on some of the reasons why traffic is swallowing Ghana nowadays.
On the move, Steve. To the road you already know. Every turn a brand new view. It's On the Move, Steve. Subscribe now.
Okay guys, so introduce yourself. Let's begin with the conversation. Let me start from my right hand and then let's hear from you.
Okay, so I'm Atudazi. I'm a concerned citizen, as he introduced in his intro. Yeah.
All right. And then on my left.
I'm Kweku. Yeah, I'm also a fellow citizen. Yeah.
All right. So we know traffic situation has become a major concern, and then we all use the roads, and then we witness how drivers are parking anyhow, and then all that. So I want to ask these questions so that we come out with our submissions, and then we see how best it can be able to just resolve. I know maybe recently, I told you have used the road, especially Koforidua towns. And then what can you say about how drivers have been parking on the road just anyhow? Let's see your view on it.
I use the roads frequently, so everything that you just said is very true. The traffic situation in Koforidua is very, very high. And with regards to the parking that you are talking about, there are certain spots in town where you go, you use those roads to get to town. Before you get into town, the connecting roads that you would use, a lane where two cars are supposed to use, Kofa parking on one side of the road, like throughout the whole street. So even getting from point A to point B is a hassle because you will see another car coming. Now there's only one lane for two cars to use. So it's a big problem here in Koforidua, especially in the small roads in town. There are always cars parked everywhere. And I think it is because you see most of these people in town, there are a lot of businesses in town and a lot of government institutions in town. Most of the workers want to go to work with their cars. And because of that, when they get there, there's not space for them to park their cars. And then they go on these little roads and park their cars over there. And also the people who go to markets to shop and all that, on fat taxi in Kwana Sef Pragyao, they will prefer to take their cars to town, park somewhere, and then walk and do their shopping and later, for their own kind of convenience. But then it causes a lot of traffic for other people who just want to use the roads. Yeah, so that's what I've observed. Yeah.
Wow. I think that very situation is disturbing.
Yeah.
Especially some of the towns that you are talking about. And then let me just come to Kweku. This double parking. You see, double parking, I think it's one of the major situations that you could see. It causes traffic a lot. And then a lot of drivers are doing that.
Yeah.
Why do you think most of the drivers do that? Just park anywhere just like that, creating a lot of traffic in town?
I would say it's because there are no road markings to show that, you can park here or this way. So I think that one is a major thing that's really worrying them. And some of them don't know the road sign because some of them, they didn't go for driving school. Yeah, so it's a big problem. Them not going for the driving school. That you are not supposed to park here, you are supposed to park here. So they just park anyhow.
That's very
especially the drivers, if someone stops them, they just park. You get it? And it will cause traffic. So they pick the person, they will not move. So it's a big problem.
Don't you think the nature of our road makes the drivers park in event like that? Because you could just see some of the roads, you can't see whether there might be a parking slot or something on most of our roads. Don't you think it's because of the reason why they are parking anywhere?
That's why we have bus stops. That's place for parking. You can stop and pick somebody or park for the meantime. But you can't just be parking on the roadside. The road wasn't meant to be parking. Like when they were doing the roads, they didn't think of future stuff. So they just made it very narrow.
That is really true. Ato, will you come inside?
Okay, so I mean, as you said, concerning the driving school thing, you see, with the double parking, if you don't go to driving school, you won't understand that rule. You understand? A lot of people over time get to learn it, but a lot of people don't even know that, oh, where park here has it. I'm not supposed to park here. It's something that you will learn in driving school. So if you don't go to the driving school, some of these things you will not know. You would have to learn on the road, but which is a wrong thing to do. You have to go to the driving school. So that is one thing that causes all the double parking, to be precise. A lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, so that is the main reason for that.
So it means that will it be of important for the government to provide a lot of driving institutions in most of the regions that we have in this country? Because it's like I see as most of the drivers just learn on the streets. And then that is, I can say that is the major reason why we are having a lot of accident issues in this country. Do you think it will be of good for the government to supply most of the regions in the country with driving institutions, make it easy for everybody who wants to drive to engage in that before using our rules?
Well, with the driving institutions, I think a lot more private people are into that. Yes, a lot more private people are into that. But I still believe that even after going through the driving lessons and all that, getting your license itself, there should be like more strict rules on how you get your license. Because here, I think it's quite easy to get a license because you can just go there without any proof of you even having any kind of documentation that proves that you've gone through the whole driving process to acquire a license. You can just go there, tell them, oh, car, and then they will just process everything for you. So that is where the problem is. Because if you don't have any kind of proof or anything showing that you can drive, when you get there, you won't be given a license. And in that case, you can't even drive on the road when you don't have a license. And also, with the law enforcement, they should be very, very strict on drivers with license. So, fine, somebody can skip that first stage of not actually showing proof that they can drive. But then on the roads today, a lot of people who drive with fake license cards, a whole lot. So they should make sure they check. And it's not like when you check and you find out that somebody is driving with an expired license, this person will go and create something. What I say. So we should be very strict. We ban the person. Like I don't know why it doesn't work here. Upeka camera police now. Obeja or the license now. So these are some of the things that cause all these problems. If you are going to renew your license, they don't do another test. You just pay money. They'll give you a card. You are gone. Do you know you can actually forget how to drive? It's possible. So if somebody has a license on 3 car or license, now they be renewing. You are not helping that person in any way. This person will be caught in a car. He has a valid license. But then this person can go and create some issue somewhere. So it all comes from the system. The system is very, very weak. People with no experience can just get a card. Yeah.
Wow, that is very good submission. Kwaku, you see a lot of big trucks. I mean, these fuel tankers have been using the major roads, especially in towns. Big trucks that maybe that carries a lot of goods. I mean, one thing I have just noted is that these people, don't you think after offloading their goods, don't you think we can also help those people to find another way that can just help reduce traffic?
Yeah. Okay, so I've thought about it, but you see, the roads connecting the towns, they are the same roads that other drivers use. You get it? So I was thinking if they could have a time that they offload and unload, yeah, that one would be better. Because you telling them, because all the connecting roads to town, all the drivers use it. You get it? Either way, if the roads are big, there will not be any problem. Since the roads are small, I think if they have a time for offloading, because that will help. Around from 12 going, I think the road is very free, so they can be offloading at that time. Yeah, that's why sometimes you see most of them traveling at night, because that one is better because they create traffic because they're long vehicle. Yeah.
Wow. Also, what about the urban drivers? Those are those that are at the station. You see, for them to, what can you say about them? Can they use the other roads outskirts of the town after load here, especially those going to Kumasi and then Accra and thing. Don't you think they can use
So
not
you
to
see,
use the main road to
just
cause
as you
traffic?
said, you see, for the trucks, I'm sure there can be the time where they can come and then offload and go. They say you come at dawn where the road is not busy. But with public transport, they move at every time. And the roads, we don't have enough roads. So imagine, okay, from town, if I'm going to Kumasi, there's a route I can use. Maybe that side is not for like the commercial taxi drivers and the private cars. They don't use that road. It's for us. Fine. They can use that. But how many roads do we even have here? It's the same roads, as you said, that we all use. And since it's a public transport, they are always working. So they will go and be coming all the time. So as for that problem, it's about you opening up maybe new stations elsewhere, or also opening up the roads or getting new routes that connects to the main roads when they are traveling. So I'm sure that will be the only solution for that. But for them using the town right now, currently, that is the only option that they have. Yes. I don't know, maybe if you have another suggestion to that. Yeah.
I think you see, what you are saying is right, but I think I would like to add this one. You see, the trotro drivers here. I think you can't. There's nothing you can do about them because most of their passengers are in the town.
Yeah.
So that one day, I think it really makes sense. But those who are really at the main stations,
Yeah.
when they finish loading their passengers and things, I think they can equally use some road because you can have a lot of roads that lead to the main road. So for them, they are a lot. They are many. You see that thing. So they can use the outskirts of the road in order to reduce this traffic thing that we are talking about. But I think with the trotro, we cannot do anything about it. Let's just move into this one also. You see, these municipal people, sometimes you will be in town and then they will come and lock your car and then just leave it there. Do you think it's really makes sense for them locking your car and they just let the car be there for also creating do you think, what can you say about it, Atu?
Fine. They can lock the cars when somebody breaches a rule. But then there should be a time limit. Maybe if the car is parked for, the car is locked and then it's over there for, let's assume, maybe an hour. That car should be towed away from there. That's my take. Because there's been situations where a car can be locked for days. Nipa name and just can answer. Nipa name notices there. You're locking the car. The car will remain there, but it's a road. You understand? Then that's the reason why the car was locked. So when something like this happens, I feel like after a certain period, the car should be towed away. Yes, that is my suggestion. That can solve a traffic situation where you can see that this car is actually blocking the road, but it is locked. It can't be moved. So what do you do now? You have to tow the car away. Yes, that is my suggestion.
Wow, that is nice.
Yeah.
But can you say something about it?
As my brother said, yeah, it's true. When they lock it, there should be a time frame that when they lock it, yeah, it has to be towed away. So if the person doesn't come, you just have to tow it. I'm not sure even they have cars or even trucks that can even tow, because they just have the locking system. That's all.
I'm sure.
They don't have cars or trucks that tow cars when it's being locked. So they also have to get. But it's a good thing that they are doing. But there are better ways to do it. After locking it, after some time, you have to tow it away so that it eases the traffic in town. Yeah.
Okay, so, and then also, I was having this kind of thinking about maybe how the government can supply buses to the government workers. I mean, who works in the various institutions, for them to park their private cars at home, and the government provide them with buses, convey them to their workplaces, and send them back home, and then all that. What do you think about that idea?
Okay, so with the bus situation, it's a very good initiative if it is implemented. I'm sure it is done in a lot of institutions, but the patronage can be a bit high and low, depending on where you are, and sometimes the age bracket. Because as a young person, if I'm working in a government institution and I'm getting a bus in and out, I'm sure I would prefer that.
That is it.
Because I wouldn't want to be wasting money. If I had a car, I would be wasting money on fuel and all that. So I'll prefer the bus. But you see, in some of these situations, most of these workers are on the older side, and you joining the bus every morning and taking the bus back home sometimes may create inconveniences for them because maybe they have other things that they want to do. Like assuming you want to pick up your child from school, would the bus take you there? Like it's a whole lot. So when you are done with work and you want to do other things, joining a bus could create some kind of inconvenience for the people on the other side, even some younger people too. Maybe they have some place that they want to go to. The bus may be, so they would prefer to take their own transport. You understand? So for that bus situation, it's very good. It's going to create, it's going to ease up the road a little bit. If people can park their cars home. Because you can suggest it to people. They'll say, oh, yes, we'll park the cars. But then you start, and then after some time, they'll come back to work with their cars. Yeah, so as for that situation there, it depends on the workers and how, if they are to all decide, oh, okay, in order for us to reduce this, okay, let's all take the bus. That will help. But as of now, I don't know.
Maybe in this case, there's going to be some laws or something that is going to be implemented so that everybody will just.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the nature of the work. You see, let's say for some kind of work like miners and all that, they can't take their cars there, so you have to join the bus. But here you are working in town, you're living in other states. It's not much of a problem. You understand? You can get to work. So you join the bus and you not join the bus, it's not really something that you can like force onto your workers. Wow. That's how I see it.
Wow. Because per the look of things, looking at how traffic nowadays, especially in eastern region here, for you there, precisely. I mean, I would just say maybe from 5 years to 10 years to come, the traffic issue that we will go through, it wouldn't be easy at all because people are still purchasing car day in and day out and things. So that is why we are discussing this issue. This question to what of the market women, those parking on the roadside and things, are they causing traffic issue? And is it a major concern?
Yeah, it's a major concern. That's if you go to market roads, really a major concern. Because they just come and park anywhere, then start selling. They create a lot of traffic. And because of that, people also park near them to buy. Do you get it? Since they're on the roadside, people also park on the roadside and buy over there.
Yeah.
So it's double traffic situation.
Wow.
So it's a bad thing. So I think the law enforcement should, where market women are, they should give them an assigned place that they will be. Wow. That would be a good thing.
Ato, will you also justify this?
Oh, because as for me, I've had experiences on market days. There was a point where I used to use the markets on those days. I used to travel on those roads, and every single time I get on those roads, in the morning, in the afternoon, it is a hassle. In the mornings, trucks will come and offload farm produce to the market women who are encroaching the road. These buses are on the road. As you said, people are parking, buying into their cars because them too, they don't have anywhere to park. In the first place, they don't have anywhere to park. So they also want to come there, buy it, and quickly move. But then you doing that, you've created traffic because now you've bought your things. There's a truck in front of you. You can't even move your car.
Yeah.
And then there are people behind you also blowing their horn because they want to go. They are not even trying to buy anything. They are just trying to move.
Yeah.
So it creates a whole lot of issues. And there's been a lot of situations where you knock down, the produce of people there, and it's a whole lot. So I just feel like if they could, with the market spaces, I don't know, if they could find some extra spaces for them where they can, display their products there. Because on market days, it is a hassle. Even sometimes on normal days, it is like that. So imagine the market days. It is very terrible. Yeah.
That is serious. Okay, guys. So we've had a very good, a submission from you guys. And then, so what is your last word? For this traffic situation, are the people that we will just talk about these things. Maybe some people, they are not experiencing what we are experiencing now. And then maybe as we keep on discussing things, people, our leaders will just help us, solve this kind of issue. Because imagine what traffic muna, we Bobby na some simple thing be a driver be to me here for you to just be free, and then they will delay you, then you'll be sweating just like that. Into the right thing that somebody's supposed to do, no. Now, you are also paying for that, which is very bad. You get it? So I think traffic is a very serious issue that the nation we should just talk about. Guys, let me just hear from your last word
Okay.
and let's conclude.
So as you said, with governments providing more, institutions where we can actually learn how to drive, I think it is a fair point. They should look into that and make sure they make it more accessible, because some people skip these processes because of the money that they have to pay. So in order to, get people to be more, very good on the roads, we have to make it more accessible. They should reduce it. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So from there, we can see a change on the roads. Because if you have, well-trained drivers on the road, there are certain things that they wouldn't do. They will avoid a whole lot of things on the road. And also with the market women, that's a very big concern for me, because I'm always facing them. So for that, I feel there should be more spaces for them where they can display their products. Yeah. So
Thank
government should help them out with that.
That is good. Kweku, what about you?
So as you
Your
said,
last word.
if you provide buses, it should be provided to everyone. It should be public. It shouldn't just be government workers, private, students, everyone. Everyone should be free and should be accessible for them. Yes. And also, the law enforcement should be it should be strict. Yes. They should just do it. When they do it this month, then next month, it stops. Next month, they'll come back again. Like all of a sudden, then, it should be constant. Every time they should be enforcing it. Yes. So I think that one too
All
will
right.
help.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching On The Move with Steve. And then as you guys have been doing, watching our videos, commenting, and then doing a lot of things to help push the channel. We appreciate such an effort that you people are putting in for us. I mean, if you watch the video like you have been doing, subscribe, share, and then like. And if you have anything to just add up to what we've discussed, you can put it on the comment section so that we improve and then we give you guys more starting and the more things that you people want. Thank you very much for this episode.
Every morning we rise and grind, chasing dreams we know they waste time.